Hey friends, so I just want to show you my site that I have now redone in Sveltekit. It's using the static adapter and I'm deploying on Netlify. So this is what it looks like in the home page here. And you can navigate in these other pages. That's how it's looking. Nothing too basic. Actually, there's pretty much zero Svelte functionality here, but it's just kind of Tailwind and CSS. But it runs really fast and the performance is great. Also, I made it mobile friendly. As you can see, like that, it even goes all the way down to a really small size and just adjusts nice for the mobile. So I'm just going to show you how I accomplished that in Tailwind CSS, and this is the config I used for deploying to Netlify. So let's just go over to WebStorm here. So this is basically a default TypeScript generated Sveltekit project, and I used the Svelte adder for Tailwind, and this is what you sort of end up with. So let's just go to the index route here. So the index is the actual home page that you're seeing here, and that's an actual goes into the slot within the layout file. So this is the layout file where we have just a header, and we have the slot here, and we have the footer. For some reason, the actual Tailwind, the prettier formatting is not working, so I'm not really sure what's going wrong there with WebStorm. So anyway, let's just go into the CSS file. So we've got this app.pccss. And we can see that we have some styling that we've applied to all H1s and H2s paragraphs, and we also apply a little bit of Tailwind CSS. I don't really have a specific formula for when I use normal styling and when I use styling like that, but this is just handy when you want to sort of reuse this class name and have multiple Tailwind utility classes outside of the box. So the index file, basically it's using a CSS grid for the way this lays out here, and I just found it's just easier to use and more flexible than Flexbox. But you could accomplish the same thing with Flexbox in this situation. So we've also got a little hover transition, so you basically when you hover it looks like that. We'll make this more fancy as we go along, but this is just the starting blocks to show you how it looks. And this is the actual grid that we're using. So in the grid we have just grid template columns like this: min max 300, grid gap 50. Actually, can make it a little bit smaller, probably. Let's just 40. Right, so I mean, it's just basically HTML, nothing too fancy here. So let's just go into one of the routes. So we've got the show here, so that's just some more HTML using Tailwind, and it's sort of responsive. So we just basically use Tailwind to hide some of the classes or adjust the layouts. So we accomplish that with things like flex row and small, and everything before that is using flex column. Yeah, I mean Netlify is really easy to deploy as Netlify. So Netlify, all you need is basically this command. So build directory mpred run build, and because Sveltekit uses Node 12, I think you need a way to specify to Netlify that you're using it. So what I did here was I just use Node version and I'd stick it in like that. Other things you can actually, like Firebase, I think you can basically put the Node engine within the Firebase RC file. When I first started it, I was expecting it to specify the Node version in Netlify, but for whatever reason they want you to use things like Node version or environment variables. So what I'm going to do, let me just show you some more of the things. So basically we've got a footer as well. So the footer is like this. So it's in a sense it's just like that, but when you get to mobile size it switches layout like that. So what we do is on small upwards we use flex row and then flex column for less than small size. And when you run the build command, that basically generates all this directory for you. So you have your build folder, and then you have your static files, because I'm using adaptive static. So for example, we compare the index route with, say, the investors route, so the investing. If we compare these two, you'll find that they're actually very similar to each other. So you can see they're using the same JavaScript files here. And it's just some of the other details are different because we're using static. And I might actually go to using the the Netlify adapter, because that might speed up some of the loading times. So for example, if we go back to the home page here, so we're on the home page, and if we click on another route, you can see there's a bit of a lag between when it loads up. So with the Netlify adapter, I think that we can load in the route from the preloaders, and that might just speed up the page. So we might do that in the next video, or maybe in the next video we're just going to do like using Svelte to toggle day and night mode. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that little video here, and see you guys later. Bye bye.